my personal pleasure to work on a daily basis with Suge Knight.
I always felt that David Kenner was for David Kenner.
David Kenner was the shadow who was always at Deathrow. He was the one who was making deals. David Kenner was running it from the start. He was always there. He's a very, very thorough lawyer. He really knows his business, but I wouldn't say that he's a righteous person.
My impression of David Kenner, he was about his money. Seemed like he was a real smart dude that know how to get his paper.
When I left Deathrow, David Kenner took my job at an astronomical salary. From a business standpoint, he was ruthless.
David Kenner was so valuable to Deathrow because he was able to keep these artists out of jail.
That could be used either way.
Exactly.
Michael Carlin claims that the proof of how much power David Kenner wielded at Deathrow Records was how he was able to get Snoop Dogg off on a murder rap.
One of the first things that happens is Snoop is on trial for murder. In this murder, the evidence against Snoop is sitting over at Pacific Division at LAPD. And you have David Kenner at the trial who's making a big deal about this evidence, and LAPD comes back and says, they can't find the evidence because it is missing.
Wow. That's pretty explosive.
All of a sudden, Snoop is acquitted.
One of the things that puzzles me is how Kenner was able to help Snoop beat that murder rap. Yet, Suge Knight ends up with a 9-year prison sentence over a parole violation. Why wasn't his attorney Kenner able to help him beat that? Was it because it was to his advantage not to?
I want you to keep this in mind. That incident at the MGM, that altercation, there was no police report filed on that. Not one. Orlando Anderson wasn't taken downtown. The only person who suffered because of that MGM footage was Suge Knight. Suge Knight went to jail for a probation violation.
If you cannot separate the man from the money, separate the money from the man.
Why do you think whoever it was unloaded on you guys like that?
You gotta realize something. You got two powerful black men. And anytime you're doing a lot of good, people want to bring the good down always.
As a defense attorney, it's puzzling to me why wasn't his attorney Kenner able to help him beat that parole violation that would land Suge Knight behind bars for 9 years?
My thing with my counts was